Okay. All right. So last week I mentioned to you is in your body, you don't just have million, you don't just have billion, but you have trillion. Okay. So inside, hang on. Sorry, just a minute. There's one wire that has disconnected. Okay. Okay, done. Right. So not million and not billion. Your one body actually has trillion. Right? So trillion, which is even bigger than million and billion. Okay. So this one, I will use some of the similar slides from last week because it's on the same topic so that it helps those who have just come in for today's lesson. At least they have the complete information. All right. So I was saying last week that in PSLE, primary school, you all have learned a few terms. Okay, cell wall, cytoplasm, cell membrane, nucleus, chloroplast. All right, so all these are learned in PSLE. Okay, then in secondary school, you will need to learn more things. Okay, so you will need to learn vacuole, all right? And you also need to learn all this. Oops. Okay, so the rest, okay, here vacuoles, which is actually shown just now lah. Okay. Right. So just take note that all this are what you need for lower set syllabus. So what I'm saying is this is a lower set syllabus. In the lower set syllabus, all you need to know is the functions of all these. However, some schools teach a little bit beyond set 2 syllabus. They teach a little bit from set 3 syllabus per set. So this is the upper set. If you choose to take pure biology in set 3, all right, so you will need to know more cell parts. So all these are cell parts and we call these organelles. All right, so let me write down here in case you're wondering what is organelles. So all these are the cell part, the small thing inside the cell. All right, so we call them organelles. So organelle is just a very small thing inside the cell. All right, cell part inside the cell, inside one cell. Okay, so this is needed for lower set syllabus. You learn this. The rest you learn that in PSLE. Okay, but vacuole you learn it in lower set. All right, now we move on quickly. All these are very simple, so I'll go through very fast. Okay, so nucleus both have. All right, cell membrane, both animal cell and plant cell have. Cytoplasm, both of them have. All right, so the only thing that plant cell will have will be cell wall and chloroplast. All right, so my question to everyone is this. Do all plant cells have cell wall? There are two questions. All right, maybe you answer this first question first. Do all plant cells have cell wall? Right, can you type into the chat? Thank you, Chen Feng, for responding quickly. Sir Ron, thank you. The rest, can you just tell me yes or no? Do all plant cells have cell wall? Okay, this is very interesting. All right, there are different answers. Okay, guys, don't learn it once and for all. You shall learn it in PSLE. You all forgotten. You all return your knowledge to your primary 6 PSLE teacher. The answer is yes. All plant cells must have cell wall. All right, die must have cell wall. Okay, it is actually the second question that you all are thinking of. So my second question is, do all plant cells, all right, have chloroplasts? Then for this question, what is your answer? Yeah, most of you got the second question correct. So don't get mixed up. The answer is no. All right. So for example, root cells do not need to make food, so don't need chloroplast. Do not make food, so have no chloroplast. So is everybody crystal clear? Don't get it mixed up again. All right, so all these are actually PSLE knowledge. I haven't even gone to secondary school yet. So don't get mixed up. Cell wall, all plant cells will have. And do take note, when you label, the very first layer that you label, this is cell wall. The outside layer is cell wall. The inside layer is cell membrane. Do not get mixed up. You always label outside first. Outside is the wall, cell wall. Inside layer is the cell membrane. All right, so this is cell wall. This is cell membrane. Okay, then we move on. Now, these are all the function. Okay, I asked a quick one. Okay, function of cell membrane, everyone, type into the chat. See whether y'all can remember or not. Function of cell membrane. Testing your PSLE knowledge. Saron, okay. But it can be made perfect. Come on, it can be, the answer can be made better. Haresh, the word flow, we don't really like the word flow. Okay, I give you a clue. Cell membrane start with C and M. Can y'all give me C and M back? Right, cell membrane. Cell start with C, right? Then cell starts with C, membrane starts with M. So can you give me the function of C and M? C stands for what? Controls. Then M stands for what? Control what? So use the word control. Control, surround M is not management. So it's about things, not control man. It's not control man. You all have not memorized from last week's lesson. So we have to keep testing to make sure you remember. Control movement. All right. So control movement. That's how of what? Of substances into and out of cell. All right. So very easy to remember C and M. Okay, control movement, cannot write control the movement of the cell. That's wrong, Yujie. That's wrong. Control the not movement of the cell, movement of substances that go inside the cell and leave the cell. That means you control which substance can enter the cell and which substance can leave the cell. No worries, Yujie. All right, so it's always good to make mistakes here so that I can correct you. We all learn from each other. All right, so if you're giving me the wrong answer, nothing shameful. If you never give me a response, you should be ashamed of yourself because you never participate in the lesson. Okay, so please remember, control movement of what? Of substances that enter the cell and leave the cell. That means they will control who goes into the cell and who leaves the cell, just like a security guard. All right, so the cell membrane is like a security guard. Okay, now can everybody type the function of chloroplast? Chloroplast. I have 9 people here. I expect 9 responses. Now, Yijie, you get the idea, but you need to tell me what is inside the chloroplast. Chloroplast contain what? All right, chloroplast contain what? So chloroplast contain chlorophyll. That's your first part of the answer. So chloroplast contain chlorophyll. And what is the purpose of having chlorophyll? It's to trap what? It's to trap what? And why do you want to trap that thing? So there's many parts to your answer. All right, so Ron, your answer is perfect. Well done. Okay, so yeah, so please try and think of all these. So first thing is you tell me what is inside the chloroplast. So chloroplast has chlorophyll. All right, chloroplast have chlorophyll. All right, and what does the chlorophyll do? It traps light. It need not be sunlight, can be artificial light also. All right, can be plants can make food with artificial light, yeah, like your bedroom light. Okay, so you can just like make light, chlorophyll trap light. And why does the chlorophyll want to trap light? Is to make food. All right, so I given everyone Yijie, I suppose it's a typo error. All right, so for chlorophyll. Okay, so you must tell me what is inside the chloroplast? Chlorophyll. First marking point is chlorophyll. And why need to have this green color pigment chlorophyll? Traps light. Why do you want to trap light? Is to make food. All right, so these are the 3 marking points. Is everybody clear? All right, next, can you give me the function of nucleus? Nucleus, there are 2 functions. See if you are able to give me both, if you can, 2 functions of the nucleus. Just now, cell membrane control movement. Then nucleus also will control. Levon, not movement. No more movement already. Movement is for membrane. Cell membrane control movement. Okay. Haresh, you say it contains DNA. So what is the purpose of the DNA? Okay. It controls, so for nucleus, it controls all activities taking place in the cell. It controls. All right. So take note of that. Okay. Now, can everybody remember the function of cell wall? Cell wall. Think of the word wall. What does it do? Okay. Okay, Saron, good. There's also another function. Good, Yujie, but there's also another function. Okay, good, Haresh. All right. Oops, my chat closes. Okay. Levon, good. Okay, now I'm going to show you the model answers. But before that, let me highlight this. I'm so sad. They all give me all the wrong answer for this one. So don't give me wrong answer again. All plant cells have cell wall. Yes. Okay. Then take note, root cells do not make food, so have no chloroplast. Leaf cells will have chloroplast. Right, so maybe I add it in. Leaf cells as chloroplast. Because leaves need to make food, to make food. Okay, now we move on. Now, I have already typed in all the information for you. So I already told you cell membrane. I use blue. All right, CM. So use back the C, use back the M. All right, so movement of what? Movement of substances. Okay, into and out of the cell. Okay, substances into and out of the cell. Then for chloroplast, you must tell me what is inside. The chloroplast is chlorophyll. What is the purpose of having chlorophyll? Trap light. Why you want to trap light? To make food. Okay, the wall. Think of the wall is a support one. Also gives the cell a regular shape. Okay, nucleus, genetic information passed down to the next generation, or you can say passed down from parents to young. And then second function controls all activities in the cell. Please do not write control all movement. It's all the activities taking place in the cell. So for example, respiration is taking place in the cell, right? A cell needs to go through respiration to get its energy. So all these activities are controlled by the nucleus. So I already told you nucleus is like the principal of the school, control everything happening inside the cell. Then cell membrane is like the security guard. All right, controls movement of what? Of substances. Don't forget the word of substances. Okay, into the cell and out of the cell. Then cytoplasm is just a jelly thing. All right, that contains all the other parts. Okay, now let me ask everyone, cell sap, okay, is found where? Can you all type into the chat is found where? Is it number one, is it found in cytoplasm or found in vacuole? That means I give you 2 choices, cytoplasm or vacuole. Can you all type your answer into the chat? Where do I find cell sap? Okay, good job, Haresh. Good job, Yujie. Good job, Larissa. The rest, I should have 9 responses. Good job, Chen Feng. Good job, Saron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 responses, and the rest, I should have 4 more. Yeah. Okay. I don't have a response from Ais.